everyone, it's Cindy, and I'm just in my room kind of messing around. I've got company coming in about 4 hours. I got everything ready almost, so I thought I'd come in here for a few minutes. I want to make some seed packets, and I made a couple of samples. And what it is my mother, I've got her trained well, she saves her seed packets for me. So I thought, I don't want to just use it as an envelope just like it is. I've done that in the past, but I want to do something a little different. So I thought I'll make it into a seed packet. So I did an experiment, and I thought it turned out fairly well. And I just added the front of the packet, and where it had the price, I put a little piece of lace over it. And then I cut something from the back of the seed packet envelope and just used it on the front. And then I had some punches to make this little flower. So here's the Morning Glory one, and I'm hoping these Morning Glories, Heavenly Blue, are the ones I planted last year. They were just gorgeous. They were blooms about that big and just solid. I mean, hundreds of blooms. So it was just great. Anyway, and I'm looking at these and I'm like, I would like them, I think, a little shorter. So these are 7 inches. I believe that's right. Nope, it's going to be 6 because I folded down an inch here. I'm going to try it a little smaller, and I think I'll have just less room here, so the flap might cover up part of this, but we'll see. We'll just go just a little bit smaller and see. So what did I do? I cut, first of all, I glued book pages together because I need like 2 sets of 2. So best way to glue book pages together is to leave them attached in the book or in this, I took the spine off, and I won't be using all this, but I'll go ahead and glue most of it and squish them together, and then take the 2 pages and fold them out. Tear them out. Then I need another set, and this one is a large print book, so it's kind of a neat look to it. And I noticed on one page it says something about gardening, so that's great. Yeah, because the lady's name's Lily. So, okay, we'll take that. All right, now I'm going to cut these. These are 3 by 7. This is 7 inches here. Fold it down 1 inch, and then we trim this off, but we'll get to that. And you could stitch around this too. I just haven't taken the time yet. So anyway, instead of cutting it 7, I think on this one I'm going to try 6.5. We're just going to cut it down just a bit. The first thing I do is I cut it to 3 inches wide, 3.5 inches wide. Let me make sure it's 3.5. Yeah, it's 3.5 inches wide. So I cut off that one border or margin, not margarine, margin. And then now, oops, 3.5, yes, okay. I cut one wrong earlier, so. And then, instead of 7, we're going to do 6.5, but I'm going to cut off the white part at the end. I don't know if it matters, if it would show, but we'll get rid of it anyway. And then we'll make this 6.5. We're going to go just a little smaller. So basically, it's 3.5 by 6.5. And then I'm going to do the other one the same way. Sorry about that loud noise. This is a cutter I've had, I can't even tell you how many years, 20 plus. My daughter she's getting ready to be 27, I think. So I think I had it before her. Or if not before, soon after. Scrapbooking days, Okay, so we got it 3.5. Let's make sure I did that right. Yep, and then we want it 7. No, 6.5. Gosh, I can't even talk. No stories, no talking, just cutting. Okay, now, get rid of all this paper. I want to, when I fold it, to fold it so that the words are right side up when I do that. That way you can read it. You don't need to read it. You really don't want them to read it. That says blooming, gardeners and blooming, but I can use that as my pocket top, but I can't use it for my envelope because it's going the wrong way. Okay, so about 1 inch. The thing is to just fold it straight more than the length, but about 1 inch. That may be just a little shy. And then I have a pair of scissors, and I know you have quarter rounders of all sorts of sizes. But this is one that does really big scallops, I guess you would call it. Don't think I cut that one well. I've had this forever. This is probably the same age as my trimmer, so I doubt it's available anymore, but I know you'll have some corner rounders. So let me try this one again. Okay, just a little bit better. All right, so that's the packet, and then this is going to be the envelope part. So I want to cut a little notch, but I don't want to cut all the way down where it says, because I don't know if you can read it, it says Gardener is blooming. So we're going to keep that, and I'm going to ink this before I glue it. Let's go ahead and do the whole thing. I know I'll be cutting this off, so I won't do that bottom. Okay, so I want it fairly close to the top. And I think if you open it all the way out, you can get stuff in there. So we're going to glue this. And then we'll put that pocket on, and then we will trim it off. Okay. Ugh. So I just came down about 1/4 inch from the fold so it doesn't get caught in the fold. And then we're going to turn it around, and I can see where the back ends, and just give it a cut. And there's our pocket. Now I'm going to ink it before we go any further. Give it a chance to dry a little bit. Okay, I've got it where it's not quite lined up there, so I can just trim that off. Oh, my paper cutter's getting ready to fall. I just bumped it with my elbow. So we hear a loud clang. Well, I can't get that. You know what it is. Okay. Inside of the flap. Okay, now move my paper cutter. I'm going to grab the other zinnia one I have, and I'm just going to use my scissors to cut off just a slither, because I want a slither. Yeah, a slither. A little bitty tiny part. I just want to separate the front from the back, because I don't need both thicknesses. I could put it on there and make it a double pocket. That's not a bad idea, but it's too late now. But maybe on the next one I can try that. It could be a hidden pocket, you know. It could still be, I could still glue it on as a pocket. Okay, but what I'm going to do this time is just glue it on straight. And I still think we have plenty of room. And it is shorter than this one, right? So it's just whatever proportions you think you like. But basically 3.5 by 7 or 6.5. You probably could go down to 6 even if you wanted to. I didn't ink the front. Okay. Ink I'm using is antique linen because it was the one that was closest to me when I started. And I'm just going to glue it down all the way. There was a thrift store. It's not very close to me. It's probably, I don't know, 12 miles. Only if I could go directly there, it would be closer. But you know how you're in a city and you got to go around the city, that sort of thing. It takes about 20 minutes or so to get there. Okay. Anyway, that's where I got some punches I'm getting ready to talk about. I was trying to remember, why was I talking about that thrift store? Okay, before we go talk about that, let's look at the back here. And on this one, I cut out this part here that said Zinnia in full sun is what I put there. So I could do the map here or description of it, but I think I'll do the same thing. So I just, once again, just use my scissors and just trim that out. And of course, you can put anything you want to at the top. You can put washi tape. I just think the flap needs a little something. So we're going to give it this. And then I'm going to show you the punches I started talking about. Anyway, this thrift store, it's a fundraiser for something. And they have fairly decent prices. And they get a lot of donations, I guess. So there's always a lot of craft stuff there. Okay, I'm going to make the little flowers, and I'm going to show you the punches I got. I got this one. This one I already have, but I had another smaller one, but I didn't know where it was at. I mean, I chunked them in a drawer, and I just grabbed the first two out. So anyway, that's why I made the flower. And here's some of the ones I made out of the other punches that were in that package. Glue that down better. So anyway, for about, I think it was $3 or $4 for several different punches. I thought I like the flowers, so I'm going to get it. So I already grabbed some scrap paper out. Since we're doing this zinnia, we'll get some colors fairly close to that. So there's a burgundy, which doesn't show up on my desk. There we go. And then I have a pink to make the smaller one. And I could put a little blingy thing in the middle too. I just haven't done it yet on any of these. And then the leaf, I had this scrap of paper that had paints on it. So it's a little different. You have to hold it down. Let's see if I got it. Yeah, there's my leaf. Okay. Oops. So I'll get these out of the way. Just glue this together quickly. And put it on there. Just a little something else to decorate the front of this. I could put it in the center here because there's a white space there. I think that's where I'll put this one. Just put it in the center. Okay. So if you guys know another way to make like little seed packet things like this, let me know. Or if you got one that's got different portions. I'm just trying to kind of fit that seed packet envelope on there. So anyway, okay. So I've got 3 made at least. 2 are very similar, just different sizes. And I do think I like the 6.5 better than the 7. So I'm going to say 3.5 by 6.5 for this, and then you'll just cut this off to fit. So anyway, that's a little, oh, I forgot the lace. I forgot the lace to cover up that price. I mean, there's no reason it can't show, but, you know, just put some lace on there. We don't have to look at the price. Okay, so anyway, thanks for watching. I will see you guys later. I got to go cook, so I'll be back probably, I don't know when. So I got a graduation to go to tomorrow, so that's going to be fun. So I'll see you in a few days. Bye.